Happy rainy Tuesday, y'all. Stacy Booker here with Midtown Realty Group. Just sitting here thinking about some things that have occurred over the last several weeks and maybe even a couple of years. There's a trend that we're seeing with agents and even buyers, feeling like they don't need a home inspection on new construction. Remember, y'all, humans build homes, and even the best builders have subcontractors that make a mistake. It doesn't mean they were negligent or they didn't intend to build a good house, but they're human, and there's human error involved when you build a home. And even the inspectors that inspect for our county and city governments, that, they do their best they can to ensure that the houses are built well and built to codes. But they're human too. We all make mistakes. So it's not a matter of, them trying to get by necessarily or not doing a thorough job. It's just that sometimes things get missed. And the fee to have a home inspection, to crawl under a home and to check the things under the home, in the attic and such, things that maybe you don't have experience with or you're simply not going to do, because I know there's a lot of us. I might crawl under a new house, but I'm hell-bent really not going to want to crawl under an older home. And I really don't want to crawl under a new house. I've done it a few times and it's just not my cup of tea. So with that said, new construction, there's been a few home inspections I've had done, not on any of my builders that I represent, but on some other builders. And they're great folks. I know them, but like the shower drain wasn't attached to the septic line. So can you imagine if you lived in that house for an entire year or 2 years or 3 years, and all of a sudden you're like, you have to go under there for something at some point. Something breaks and somebody finally has to go under there. You're going to have a crawl space full of moisture and fungus and ruined insulation. Possibly there's going to be wood destroying organisms, as they like to call it. There's just a slew of things that could go wrong in the crawl space if it's not done correctly. And those are things that can be fixed easily on the front end when you have a home inspection. Recently there was a home that I know someone that had done an inspection on, in a very large development in southern Williamson County, and the septic had been dumping under the house for a long period of time. So that that causes need for a completely different kind of cleanup, and it's pretty costly. And nobody wants to go under there and clean up sewage that's been dumping under there for a year or two. So, go ahead and make that investment in your home. It's kind of like insurance. It's a small price to pay on the front end to take care of something that would cost you greatly on the back end. And then there's another, I'm going to call it a myth. We've got some real estate agents that are going around, telling their buyers, oh, don't spend the money on a home inspection now. Wait till you get close to your 1-year warranty and have them come inspect and do a 1-year warranty inspection. Y'all, that's a mistake. Don't get me wrong. If you're not going to crawl under the house, you're not going to look at the things in a year, and you want to have it done for the items that are warrantable, then by all means do that. But what happens is you have a handful of smaller things that are under warranty, but there's a lot of stuff that's not warranted. When you alter your driveways, you alter your yards, you alter things, water runoff is not something that's warranted in most cases. So, codes only requires you to do the slope away from the house about 10 feet out. So that's a pretty narrow margin in a home. Sorry about that. My phone tipped over. And so, there's lots of things that you could have taken care of, and the builder might have taken care of on a punch list or a home inspection had you done it before closing, and there are things they'd have been happy to take care of. But there are things that we see on these reports a year out, they're not warranty items, and you really missed the boat. And it's your agents, and I don't want to call it them trying, some of them might think that they're like, oh, well, here's a trick. I think it's just misguided information, and they just don't know what they don't know. I don't think they truly intend to harm you or to give you misinformation. They just don't know any better. So, you know, who your agent is matters, their experience matters, and get a home inspection. It's some of the best insurance that you'll spend. Now, there's just like any other trade. There's good inspectors and there's bad inspectors, and there's inspectors that make a mountain out of a molehill, and there's inspectors that do a really excellent job explaining, you know, these items are, they're safety items, or they're items that are detrimental to the structure, or these are some items that they're going to be maintenance items that you're going to need to take care of over the life of your home. And if you've never owned a home before, the home inspection, and if you go meet with an inspector, it can be a very educational walkthrough process that would be good for you to attend the last 30 minutes or so with the inspector for them to just show you what they found. So anyway, that's my tidbit for Tuesday. So I hope y'all have a great day. Talk to you soon. Bye.